That's what a lot of those people would ask themselves. They would sing songs to his praise. What would Jesus do? What would Muhammad do? What would Lincoln do? What would Jefferson do? What would Frederick Douglass do? What would Franz Fanon do? What would Robespierre do? What would Charles I do? What would Augustus do? What would Mark Antony do? What would Darius do? What would Qin Shi Huangdi do? What would Akbar do? What would Suleiman? What would... See how the direction and the points of contact are your wrists rolled? How do you finish it? And what track do you take to get to this point at which you reverse it? Do you reverse it the same way, or do you come back in a different way? That's the only way that you can activate those low pubic muscles, those low pubic abdominal muscles. You've got to evacuate all of the air. You got to let yourself get fat. And this is another kind of benefit of clothing. You can use your clothes as the resistance. You don't want to stretch it out all the way, but see, whenever you do a sit-up, you're doing a sit-up with your pecs, you're doing a sit-up with your throat muscles. Every frontal muscle is activated. And every rear muscle, every tricep, every part of the erector spinae muscle, all of those. All of those muscle groups are being summoned into action. Whoa. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. I think that this might be the most centered and the most muscularly equalized position that I could be in, because my hands are directly on top of my feet. Thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful. I hope this is motivating. This is Mm. These are short preacher curls. Mm. Ah. Mm. 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 See, it doesn't take a lot. It just needs to be awakened. If it's curved, we need to try to straighten it. If it's straight, we need to curve it. Only you can determine how straight you need to make it, how linear you need to make it. You're breathing straight up. You feel an expansion down here at the pubic abdominal, to the intestine abdominal, to the stomach and liver abdominal, to the solar plexus abdominal. The solar plexus, you have a solar plexus pectoral joining. You're joining the sternum. Eventually, you have a clavicle pectoral. Then you can have a left clavicle pectoral. You can have a left solar plexus intercostal focus. How? By just rotating your eyes. Maybe you're rotating your eyes up at an 80-degree angle while rotating your right hand the opposite way of your left hand. And you're doing it just a centimeter away from contact. Oh, and your shoulders rising. Oh, and you're flexing your glutes and you're flexing your toes to push off of the ground. That's enabling you to rise a little bit further. Your hand position, your finger position changes the types of wires that are all being connected and called upon to perform that choreographed posture, that choreographed sequence of muscle contractions to open, close, move things along the continuum that is constantly being mediated by the space-time and the curvature caused by the Earth. Einstein's theory of special relativity is not only mathematically precise and elegant in its simplicity, it's real. And you maximize your relationship to it. You form a more perfect union with it when you perfect and you choreograph your dimensional movements to be omnidirectional, to be omni-centered, to be omni-balanced, such that you can be as omnipotent as possible. so that you can be as all-powerful as your physiological, neurological, communicatory system that is being controlled and choreographed and coordinated contractions and relaxations. Brings about the greatest amount of clarity and calm possible. Neurally, terms of your circulatory system, how hard your heart has to pump. So you're compressing, and then you're releasing. Now, when are you synchronizing that? Are you synchronizing that with your feet together midway? Or do you have your knees together? Is your hand underneath? Are your knees off-centered? How close to contact are you? How much are you helping your body? How much are you acting as a scaffold? You got to use your arms. You got to use your toes. You got to use your scalp to be a scaffold. A scaffold of tension. That you are directing from the center to the comfortable extremes that your extremities can find. Gotta put a shout out to Miss Carrie Eldridge. She is the seamstress par excellence who did these for me. And I love the fabric. I love the colors. I just love the way that I love the patterns. They're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for watching. I'm Ev. These are youth thrones. Everyone needs them. I can't help it. I didn't plan this. However, this is where we are. And we can't be timid. We cannot be quiet for any longer. We have to get back to these fundamentals. Not fundamentalist Islam, not fundamentalist Christianity, not fundamentalist Hinduism. we have to recognize that this is the time for us to utilize all of those fundamentalisms and see what it is that's common.